إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمد عبده ورسوله وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My distinguished and respected sisters in Islam, this is the 15th episode of our book Sifatul Mu'minat Sadiqa, written by Sister Nawal bint Abdullah. May Allah SWT have mercy on her, and may Allah SWT makes this book beneficiary for all of us, both the reader and the listeners or the watchers. She will continue from where we stopped at episode number 14. After she has addressed how a sister or a wife or a daughter should give advice to her husband, to her brother, or to her parents anytime they are going out for to earn money for their family use or for their worldly matters. Then she says in this page 52, that فَأَيْنَ هَذَا الْأَمَلُ وَهَذَا الصَّنِيعِ مِنْ تِلْكَ الَّتِي تَرَى زَوْجَهَا. Then how will we compare this action of these wives of the Salafs who will advise their husbands when they are going out that don't bring in haram thing here, try to bring in halal, don't try to bring in anything that is haram. How will we compare these wives of the Salaf and a lady in this our era, or ladies in our era now? Tara zawjaha, who sees her husband, kad yatahawanu wa yaksur fi ba'd al-wajibat. He has neglected some of the compulsory things Allah SWT has mandated on him, or he has deficiency in most of the things that Allah SWT has mandated on him, wasasiyat al-Islam, and even some of the pillars and roots of Islam, and she will not say anything. فَلَا تُنْكِرُ عَلَيْهِ. She will not dislike what he is doing. وَلَا تَنْصَحَهُ. And she will not give any admonishment to him, because she is fearing. Their major concern is material. He has money. If she talks now, the husband will be hungry and would be angry with her, and she does not want to leave him. But the main aim and the main purpose of her marrying him is for money, materialism, not for the sake of Allah SWT. And that is why she will keep quiet even if he is committing sin, or is not praying, is not fasting, is not doing things correctly, and she will make sure that she maintains her relationship with him even in this kind of ugly situation. وَلَا تَخُدُّهُ. And she will never encourage him to do anything, because she has fear in her mind. Initially, her marriage with him was not for the sake of Allah, it was for the sake of material, and that is why she's maintaining and she's safeguarding this material thing. If she had married him for the sake of Allah SWT, then she should give nasiha to him. She should tell him that you are not doing so and so thing, and she should make sure that she encourages him to do what Islam wants him to do. فَقَدْ تَجِدُهُ يَتَهَاوَنُ فِي الصَّلَاةِ. She may find her husband or even her parent who will not even pray, or he prays but not in correct manner, but she will not say anything. فَلَا تُبَالِي. And she will never feel any concern about it, because what he is not doing right is not material. وَلَا تَهْتَمُّ. And she will not feel any concern. وَلَا تُرْشِدُهُ. And she will not direct him to do good things. بَلْ نَجِدُهَا ضَاحِكَةً. We will see her by then, she'll be laughing with him, and to mazihahu, she'll be joking with him, to jalisuhu, she'll be sitting together with him, وَتَخْشَى. And she will be fearing, and تَقْدَرَ صَفُهُ بِإِنْكَارِ شَيْءٍ عَلَيْهِ. And she'll be fearing to dislike anything about these bad things he is doing, because her intention and her mission from the beginning was not for marriage for the sake of Allah SWT. She married him for material purpose. And this is very bad in for a sister. Then وَتَمْضِي مَعَهُ فِي الْحَيَاةِ كَأَنَّ شَيْئًا لَمْ يَكُنْ. She will continue living with him as a wife as if nothing has happened. He is not praying. He is praying, but he's not in correct manner. He is not fasting. He does not worship Allah alone. He ascribes partner to Allaah SWT, but she will keep quiet because she doesn't want any relationship to bitter between him and her. She does not marry him because of Allaah SWT, and that is why she behaves like this. If actually you marry him for the sake of Allah SWT, then you should tell him in a mannerful way and kindly where is wrong. You should encourage him to do good things. Amma is a forward alayha shay'an min umuri dunya. But if he does not fulfill anything of the worldly matters for her as he used to do, أو نسي أن يحضر حاجتها التي طلبتها منه, or he forgets to bring some of her needs that she sent him to bring when he was going out. فيكون موقفها كأنها تقيم الدنيا ولا تقعدها على الرأس as a zawj. And then you see her by then as if she will shift the whole world, and she will be very angry with him by then because he refused to bring him and to bring her something like mujalla or her clothes or her dress or chocolate or anything that is worldly. Is by then you see her very furious, or you see her furiosity because the husband has offended her now. But when he is not praying, he is not is associating partners with Allah SWT. He is not fasting. He has money. He doesn't give zakah. He doesn't do this and that. He doesn't give charity. He doesn't assist his relatives and his neighbors. He's not good to them. He's not taking good care of his children, his friends, and others that have responsibility on him. She's silent because nothing has happened. But when any of her need is being taken away or is not fulfilled, then you see her as if the whole world will shift from the normal position. But wakal tahajiruhu, you can see her by then avoiding her husband because of these worldly matters he does not fulfill for her. فَلَا تُكَلِّمُهُ وَلَا تُدَاجِعَهُ. She will not talk to him. She will not even allow him to have any sexual relation with him, with her. لِعَدَمِ إِحْضَارِهِ حَاجَتَهَا, because he refused to bring one of her needs, her worldly needs, into her. وَمَا هَذَا إِلَّا دَلِيلٌ لَيِّنًا أَوْ أَنْ ضَعْفِ الْإِيمَانِ. But this has happened because she has no full iman. She has no faith in her. She is very weak in her faith. Her iman is very weak. As our people will say, our imanometer is very down. It does not rise up at all. And that is why she's not seeing anything bad with someone who does not fulfill all the obligations of Allah. But she's seeing something bad now with somebody who does not fulfill her own worldly objectives that have no connection with Allah SWT. Wakillatuddin, and this her behavior is as a result of Qillatuddin, and she has no religion at all. And the kind of religion she has, the kind of position the religion is occupying in her mind is very small. Fiazil Marat, in this lady, Alati tastahin bi umuri dunya wala tubali fala tubali bi umuri al-akhirah, that will be concerned with the worldly affairs, but she would not have any concern with the affairs of the hereafter. This is not how the wives of the Salaf Salih live their lives. No. Al-Mu'minatu Sadiqa, indeed, a true believing woman, La tarda li zawjiha an yaksura fi shay'in min umuri al-ibada. A true believing woman will not allow her husband to be deficient or to be found wanting in any of the matters of ibadah. She will never do that. وَلَا تَرْضَى, and she will not agree. أَنْ يَتَسَاهَلَ فِي شَيْءٍ مِنْ أُمُورِ الْمَعْصِيَةِ, that her husband to be negligent of anything that is sinful or committing anything sinful. She will not agree. She will make sure that her husband is on the right way. This is a true believing woman. وَلَا تَرْضَى لَهُ, she will not allow her husband and يُسَافِرَ إِلَى بِلَادِ الْكُفَّارِ, and to travel to the land of the kuffar, where immoral things, pornographies, and nobody is there with him, and he can do as he likes. He can chase women there, he can fornicate, he can adulterate, he can do anything he likes there, and she knows that this is exactly what will happen. And she will not allow her husband to travel to these kind of countries or places. وَلَا أَنْ يُصَحِبَ رُفَقَاءُ السُّوءِ, and she will not agree for her husband to be keeping bad friends or bad peers. Any person that is bad, she will actually advise him to go away from such people, because they are not helping him in the religion of Islam. الَّذِي يُوقِعُونَهُ فِي الْمَعْصِيَةِ, the kind of friends that will be helping him to committing sin. وَيَسْهَلُونَ أَمْرَهَا عَلَيْهِ, and then she will make sure that her husband does not get negligence of what we call it, doing things that are ibadah in Islam. So these kind of ladies who have this kind of qualities is a true believing woman. But if the person is not a true believing woman, or the nature of their marriage is not for Allah's sake, then she will just be open her eyes and leave him to do anything he likes, whether good or bad. Now, she said that وَإِنَّ مِنَ الْمُؤَسِّفِ is one of the things or painful things that we have seen in this world. بَلِ الْمُخْزِنِ, thing that is very sorrowful. Al-Mubki, a thing that will make someone to cry. And Nasma Abad al-Zawjati al-Muslimati, we hear some of the wives of the Muslims are saying that أنها لا تمانع أن يسافر زوجها إلى بلد الخلاء, that she will not prevent her husband to travel to the land of the kuffar where sins are committing, or to the places where he will commit sin. He will go and do zina, will stay there for 1 year, 2 years, or even more, for sometimes months, and she knows herself that her husband cannot stay that long without any intimacy with a woman. But she will not care that if he is going there to spend a year, it's better for her to advise him to go and stay there and to marry a second wife. She will advise that it's better he should go and commit such sin than to bring in another woman as a wife into this world. This is the kind of life our women are living today, except the little of them that Allah SWT have mercy on. How many of our wives today or women today can advise her husband to marry another wife because she sees that he has the need for another wife? How many can give this kind of advice? But they will prefer that their husband go out to go and commit nonsense and then to bring in second wife into this house. Especially this is very rampant in the affairs of the non-Muslims, particular Christians, who have mandated themselves unnecessarily that one man, one wife, one man, one woman, and then their husband will be going out to commit zina, and they know, but still they have to agree with it. The only thing they don't want is to marry another wife. But zina to them is not something, or is not a great deed to them. That is one of the deficiencies in their expired religion. Now Muslims are also imitating them. Allah that says that a man should marry 1, 2, 3 up to 4, Allah has wisdom behind it. There is wisdom behind it, and Allah knows why He said that. And do not argue with the injunctions of Allah SWT. Allah SWT knows everything that has happened, everything that is happening, everything that will happen. So you only know what is in your front. If even what is behind you do not know. So Allah says, marry 1, 2, 3, 4. And you should do like that. Because that is the best thing a man could do if he has the means. But any person who does not have the means is not allowed to gather wives up to 2 or even 3. So it's very painful that our sisters today will allow their husband to go out and commit zina instead of bringing a new wife. She does not want any additional wife or co-wife, but she wants him to go out and commit zina. May Allah protect us. May Allah SWT be our guide. Inshallah, we'll meet in another episode. Barakallahu fina wa fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.